pet? 1 pet? Do you have 2 pets? 3 pets? You got 1 pet, 3 dogs? 1? Well, it's important. I need to know how many pets you have. I also need to know how much they weigh, what breed they are, and yes, how many pets you have. Because when you're shopping for a condo, that is huge. Now, I know you're gonna think this is crazy because we all wanna take our pets everywhere we go, to the grocery store, to the malls, out to dinner. I know this, I see this everywhere, but we cannot always bring them to every condo. So you wanna know what the pet policies are. I know, it sounds ridiculous. What, you're telling me I can't bring my pet? It's my baby. Yes, I am telling you that some condos do not allow pets. Now, again, it changes from property to property, building to building, location to location. So I'm just gonna try to break it all down for you just so you know how important it is that you know what the pet policy is. Because the last thing you want is to find your perfect property to purchase in. You're all excited, you're ready, and then you're just having like chit chat banter with the property manager, and you happen to say, oh, this is so beautiful. You know, little Snoopy, my 25-pound golden doodle, is gonna love walking around here. And he says, no, not allowed. 25 pounds, over the weight limit. Oh, dog, no dogs allowed. So we want to avoid any kind of heartbreak. So let's break this down as simple as possible. Every building has its own pet policy. Yes, some buildings do not allow dogs. However, the buildings that don't allow dogs usually allow cats and birds. I know, I'm sorry, but you know, dog lovers, the cats are always welcome. They don't leave the property, they stay inside the condo. It's just a thing. But they will also have a restriction on how many. So you're not gonna get that one person with 15 cats living in a condo. They will restrict you to maybe 2 or 1. Now, other buildings, they do allow dogs, but they will restrict how much they weigh. One of the condos that I do a lot of business in, 10 pounds and under. I know, one of my buyers had said to me, is it a stuffed dog I'm bringing? What dog is 10 pounds and under? I'm like, I don't know. That's the rule, 10 pounds and under. Go get it weighed and find out. And then the big joke is my dog needs to go on a diet. So you really want to know how much your dog can weigh. I know it's crazy. Imagine if they ask people this. Anyway, you want to know how much a dog can weigh so you know if your dog is allowed in that building. The other thing is, like I said, is the limit to the number of pets that you have. So I was once working with this woman, lovely woman. She had 2 cats. She was buying in a building that didn't allow pets, including cats. She had 2 cats. But you know what? They turned out that they were emotional support cats. She had all the documentation and it was fine. She was welcomed in there with open arms. I have another client and he has the most beautiful husky dog. The building he was looking to purchase in, only 15 pounds and under. But he had the husky as a service dog. A lot of people didn't believe him. I know it's a crazy story. He had diabetes. So the dog was there because the residents were like, he's never with the dog, he's never with the dog. And I kept saying, well, he only needs to be with the dog when he's sleeping because it's for his diabetes and it's smelling his blood sugar. But I'm getting off topic. When you're looking, you want to know what the rules are. And so you know if your beloved pet or pets are in fact welcome in the condo. So like I said, some buildings have no pets allowed, others have pet restrictions. It'll be based on the number of pets you have, and it'll be based on the type of pet that you have, whether it's 1 dog or it's 1 cat or so and so forth. Now, another thing to keep in mind, if you do plan on moving into a condo with your gorgeous little, I don't know, Chihuahua or your 2 little other dog breeds that are allowed, you really want to be mindful of everybody living in the community. So the condos do have dog walk areas specifically for letting your dog play outside. It's a nice grassy area. They will also request, hey, can you not let your dog, I don't know, does anybody walk cats? I I don't know, but if you do not let your pet walk through the corridors and walk through the lobby. So they'll want you to be able to hold the dog or put it in a stroller. Hence all the strollers we see running around South Florida, because they're probably required to buy them because their pet has to go in them to walk them out to go on a walk. So those things you want to keep in mind. Some condos actually, I've seen them, they had to put signs up, and the signs say, no walking your dog in this spot. They have specific dog walking areas. And it's really funny because I guess people weren't following where the designated areas were. Like one kid ruins it for the whole class. They had to literally map it out and just let the residents know. However, I will say dogs are very welcome in condos. I think they're more welcome than some of the people. If you ask around different condo buildings, everybody loves to have their pet with them, but you just don't want to run into problems and you don't want to be the problem person. So you want to make sure that you know what the pet policies are in that specific building. And then once you do move in with your beautiful little fur baby, you also want to know what the rules are pertaining to where you can walk the dog. Now, I will tell you that the common areas like the pool deck, if it has a restaurant, the gym, these common limited space areas, they're not gonna allow the dogs to go. They're not gonna want the dogs on the pool deck. They're not gonna want the dogs in the gyms. They're not gonna want them just kind of like roaming around off leash. So it's not your home. It's not a single family house. You have to be mindful about the other rules and the neighbors. So for everybody that has a beloved fur baby, do not get into the predicament where you may or may not be able to bring him or her to your new home. So always check the rules and regulations of the specific buildings that you're going shopping in. This way you know you will not have any problems in the future. If you have any questions about pet restrictions in condo buildings, please feel free to comment below, like, and subscribe.